should be good.
I didn't want to come back. Why would I, after all that's happened, even in here? So, where is the journal? I don't want to go back down.
Well, I'm gonna force you.
Don't need to go in there. That's the bathroom. California crisp white wines. I'll need a crate of those when I get out of here.
2042.
What, more than 100 again today? Glad I don't have to deal with that anymore.
God damn.
No, that's her parents' room. Look, Mr. Torres, I'm happy he finally got remarried. A honeymoon in the Bahamas. Wish I was there with them.
That's nice. Oh, knock knock. It's a delivery. Rose Scout.
She wouldn't talk to me on the phone, so what else could I do? I drove all the way up there to Vancouver, freezing my ass off in that tin can of a car.
Wild.
Hi, Kelsey. Yes, I'm talking to you. I know you've been reading my journal. Can I ever forgive you for what you did? Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying really hard, but I don't know how. Because I don't understand any of it. You are my friend, and I loved you unconditionally. I did what I did because of you, and I stood up to him because of you. But you, I don't know. Right now, I can't be near you, so I don't want you to come find me. I promise I'll be all right. Marie.
Except she wouldn't be. She would not be all right.
Elaborate. Whoa. Whoa.
That's Trevor's phone number. He called her. I knew he blamed her for everything, though she should have blamed him for what he did to her and Mr. Torres. Have you ever peeled an orange so juicy the drops erupted from underneath its skin like fireworks in the setting sun? The trees in Mr. Jones's garden had them. I used to live off his garden vegetables and fruit before I met Trevor. Yes. The science project. Of all people, they chose to pair me with the girl from Food Rescue. Outrageous. But I got over it and chose to work my ass off. I had to if I wanted to get that scholarship. I thought I was so lucky. An adoring boyfriend, free burgers from the kitchen he worked in, sparkly things he bought me. I thought if I took care of him, he'd take care of me, and we'd get out, just in case I didn't get that scholarship. I had no idea where the money came from.
Faces whenever I stop and think about it. Whether she remembers me from the child. So negative, isn't that weird? I love her. We're friends. Amazing. We need to start working on our science project. Get that our project. Like explode from excitement. Knowing the fact that Kelsey's cute stuff is paid for with Trevor's money. He's such a creep. I don't get what she sees in him. She says I'm jealous as if. Thing is, she thinks she needs him to get away from all this, but she doesn't. She got away from her mom all on her own. Kelsey's the smartest, coolest, sweetest person you could imagine. She doesn't even need anyone to get her out. She can do that all on her own. Too bad she doesn't believe that herself yet. I think he's crazy. He keeps calling me at most impossible hours to yell at me, calling me names, threatening me that if I don't let Kelsey go, he'll do this or that, as if I got her tied up in here. I now unplug the phone when I go to sleep. Kelsey took me night swimming in Mr. Jones' pool. Scared shitless the first time, but 2 beers and freshly picked oranges. Chill. Best nights ever.
I need to find the key.
5-figure number.
She loved being a birthday girl. Mr. Torres would take her shopping every year. I loved skinny dipping, but Marie insisted on wearing this thing. Really, I mean, it was Mr. Jones's pool, after dark. No one would ever come close to the freak. And he wasn't there, just to be clear. But someone else was. Every Tuesday, the food trucks would roll in. Me and Marie never missed Jorge's tamales. When I was a kid, Jorge would put some aside, just in case my mom was too drunk to feed me again.
Wild.
There's no such thing as food waste. And don't I know it? The smell of garbage will be in my nose forever, and the taste of it in my mouth. I swore I would never be that hungry again. I didn't care what it took. Marie insisted on saving these. She was going to make a new world with them, whatever that was supposed to be. I've never actually seen her build anything. He had money, you see? He bought me things. I was gonna wear these to the prom. Fancy, right? At the time, I didn't know where the money came from.
Sex work.
She asked me why I was so angry all the time, and I told her because it's a dirty deal. It's Russian roulette and utterly unfair. The cards I'd been dealt, any player would have passed. I chose to be angry instead. But Marie, my friend Marie, she got me a new deck and suggested I deal again. Disgusting, but cheap. I got used to them after I didn't want to go to the food kitchen anymore. The vicious taste of these meatballs still beat the humiliation of being served by Marie. I wore those a lot, not to protect my eyes, but to hide them. I didn't want anyone to know. Sometimes it got so hot, this thing wasn't doing it anymore. Then we'd take off to Mr. Jones's swimming pool. That night, I guess he must have seen us. Marie always dreamed about going to Europe. I don't think she ever went. That's Marie's birthday. That's weird. I guess she wrote it down for that Ben guy, for her pizza and movie party. All right, I might have been a little jealous.
March 4th.
Have you seen this man? Yeah, I've seen him.
Trevor?
Mr. Torres and Marie were robbed in their own house. not long after we met at food rescue. He was stabbed, almost died. She was knocked out with a baseball bat. She was in the hospital for a while, stitches, concussion. She still had headaches, she said.
After that school article, people kept asking me why I did it. As if I'm some kind of hero. So stupid. I keep telling them the same story. Are you sick of it yet? Maybe I should just publish a book. My life story. Stop bugging me, crazy people. Here, for the last time. Last fall, I caught a kid stealing someone's lunch from a backpack. As he stuffed the sandwich in his mouth, our eyes locked. He panicked, dropped the food, and ran. I never realized some of my classmates were actually hungry. So I joined food rescue. To help. There. The end. Everyone satisfied? I screwed up. But I was worried. I'm still worried. What else could I do? Kelsey hasn't been to the food rescue in a while, and I just wanted to make sure she wasn't hungry or something, so I offered her my sandwich. Why did I do that? We'll never be friends. Good one, Marcy. Really, really well done. She looked at me like I was crazy and walked out. And now we're behind with the project, too. Hope we make the deadline. Just stop. Why do you keep writing this shit? I know there isn't much news in Orange Grade, but it's been ages. Not literally, but you know. They are never gonna find this. I wish everyone would just stop this alone. I really forget that god-awful night. Some think my dad was a hero for trying to stop him. Truth is, we never saw him coming. When that guy jumped and stabbed my dad, something snapped and I would have punched him, scratched his eyes out. I swear, I think I could have killed him. The other one got to me before I even knew there were two. I never saw their faces. Neither did my dad. So they never caught him. I'm not fearless. All those sparkly shoes. She wears them all the time. Last night the heels dug into my calf. Freaking hurt. Have you seen those heels? So I yanked her off her feet and told her not in the bed. She was amused and I couldn't think why. To be honest, I wish I was a size 9. They look absolutely gorgeous. Kelsey's feet at least. I try them on. I look like a little girl trying on mommy's shoes. So angry at the world, like all the time. It's kind of annoying, but I get it. We all have a different story to tell. As a friend, I did the only decent thing. I told her she could do anything she wanted. She just had to make it happen, not wait for it. I told her to deal again, not drugs, but cards. These are the good times that make me forget. All my troubles seem so far away. Wait a minute. Is that a song? There's been another home invasion. Just 2 blocks from here. They killed the woman this time. Police think it's Trevor. I suppose it was him in our house. I can't wrap my head around it. It's too big. Kelsey says it isn't true. That Trevor is a bastard, but he would never commit such violent acts. Look at that torn t-shirt. I think she might be in denial there. He did it. I'm not going to regret it. Needed this. Beer, water, oranges. Like so many nights before Trevor. I am not going to let him spoil my night at the pool with Kelsey. He who shall not be named shall not be named. Not today.
I didn't like that she kept the stone. Why did she have to be reminded? I told her I was sorry, but she said it was for me, to remind me.
Smoking jar.
She hated my cigarettes. Every time I felt like going out and buying a pack, she made me put the money in that money jar. One day, that money would pay for our gas to drive to college. We only needed money for the one way. I ended up using it to get to Vancouver. La La Land. That movie was a shit piece of crap. Glad Trevor snuck us in. I don't think I could have handled wasting $20 on that. Never thought I'd see Marie there. Then again, she always was a dreamer. I bet she loved it. She never realized I didn't want to be her friend in public.
You can look at that QR code. Let's see what that leads to. What does that say? Library?
Chemistry holds no surprises. Love that. She wouldn't stop about time travel and black holes and stuff. I just wanted to do something simple. Calculate shit. Boring is what she said. Her, the weird kid, talked boring. So yeah, we settled on antimatter, because who wants to be boring? Mr. Torres. Thick as thieves, those two. Ever since Lorraine died, they only had each other. Marie was suffering when he was in intensive care. That was a nasty knife wound. Mr. Torres gave me my own set of keys, so I'd feel at home. I loved him for it, but every time I used those keys, I felt a pang of guilt.
We're all just matter. That's what Kelsey kept saying. She's right. Matter is also life. Life is something we need to take care of. She likes to be out on a limb. She says she's got nothing to lose. Bam! Didn't even realize what she was saying. Maybe I'm just too sensitive. Guess that'll show me. Just believe that we were friends. I guess I'm a shadow person after all. I think she's gonna break her neck by the way. See if I care. Fuck, I'm so stupid. Finally got to see La La Land. Showed on Classics Night at the theater. I went with Ben. Loved it. Kelsey was there too. So happy to see her. Actually frickin' hugged her. She pushed me away. Asked me what I thought I was doing. And that Trevor asshole was enjoying the show. And her stupid cheerleading friends. Oh yeah. Calm down a bit. That La La Land night she was with Trevor, and he is such a fucking asshole. She's different when she's around him. That it makes it alright. But she did come straight over to tell me she was sorry. You know she was wrong. Broke my window with that damn rock. She said if I answered the call of the pebbles, she would have thrown the rock. Been here ever since. Doesn't have anywhere else to go, really, except for Trevor. I'm glad she'd rather sleep here. Right now, it's alright that she's on the bed going over some notes from class. I love having her here. Dad's okay with it. may have noticed, Sweet Journal, that there are less and less F words in these pages. I'm so freaking proud. Only when I go berserk, like when Kelsey threw that rock through my window, then it's hard to keep up. Did you know that as a little girl I used to curse? Trying to extend my vocabulary here. Dad thought it indicated intelligence, but I guess it looked cute up to a certain age. He said Mom hated it, so every time I used the F word, he made me put a piece of candy in the swear jar. Couldn't tell you how much that hurt every time, so I'd never see it again. I think he secretly ate it. He may have rejoiced. Vocabulary expansion again. Every time I swore like a madman. Mad woman. Must have.
She once asked me, "Don't you ever dream, Kelsey?" And I said, I don't. I don't dream. I plan. What I didn't tell her was that I wouldn't allow anyone to mess with those plans.
I have a dream.
She must have written it down here somewhere.
I'm not, There's no way that's it, right?
She must. Damn, what's the password again?
I'm not,
I'm not a shadow person. Yeah, it took me all I had to convince her she wasn't.
She called me her friend today. I'm not a shadow person anymore. She's my friend.
Disgusting, but
I don't need to read that. Oh, there's beer. Beer.
Mr. Torres loved that beer. After the robbery, he only had a couple left. Apparently they were hard to come by. Still, we decided to try a bottle once. Marie loved that label. She drew it in her journal. I remember that. All that happened later that night, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't want to remember.
Not a shadow person. Cat.
One day, I just had to know. What's up with all the cats? She said she admired them, that they were who they were without any pretense, that they had no fear of confrontation. She wanted to be more like them. When Bumblebee went missing, Marie cried for days. She thought I couldn't hear her at night. I could never prove it, but I'm sure it was Trevor. Marie, what were you thinking? You know that's illegal.
What the cat do?
Why does someone need to get hurt before we step up and act, for Christ's sake? If they had, none of this shit would have happened, and no one would have died.
Well, Marie, it grieves me to hear that this is how you feel, but I'm afraid there's not much I can do at this stage. I understand you are alerted and feeling safe, but Trevor has not broken any school laws, nor has he hurt anyone. I'd like to invite you and Trevor into my office to see if we could start up a conversation between the two of you. Let me know when you're ready to talk. You know where to find me. Kind regards, Principal Philip J.
Oh no. Why didn't you tell me, Marie? No wonder you were so frightened. We never should have gone to the Orange Grove.
Love cats, because they're not afraid to be difficult. Today was good. It was a good day. Only 5 emails from Trevor. Only 5. Hope he's finally getting it. She's not coming back. It really holds me responsible for it. I can handle it. Handle that. It keeps him away from her. When I saw him in the hallway this morning, he slid his finger against his throat again. If he wasn't such a scary ass clown, I'd laugh, but he does scare me. I don't tell Kelsey these things. You shouldn't be worried. They're not listening. I tried every authority at school. I even tried the cops, but they just patted my shoulder. Poor little girl was still traumatized. Bump on the head didn't do her any good. Fuck! Yes, I'm swearing now. Jar full of candy. What should I do? I wish I could tell Kelsey, but she'd go insane and get herself hurt. Or worse, go back to him. Trevor's dangerous. I know it's him, and there's nothing I can do. He never believed me. I don't think I'll ever see Bumblebee again. Can't sit here and watch. I have to be fearless. I'm the site where you can buy guns off anyone. Not that I mean to shoot anyone. It's just, I don't know what to do anymore. It's for protection, you know? Not what they say. Anyway, there was this guy who wanted to sell me this totally new 9mm. I'm meeting him out of town somewhere. A little shady, I admit, but with Trevor lurking around, I take my chances.
I need to find the key. A 5-figure number.
Five, 9, 4. There's one more I'm missing somewhere. There's gotta be.
One day, Marie, what were you thinking? Why does someone need to get hurt before we step up and act, for Christ's sake? If they had, none of this shit would have happened, and no one would have died. I need to find the key. A 5-figure number.
951 8765421.
Wrong combination. She must have written it down. God damn it. What is... Yay! Good work, Kelsey. Oh my God.
Shit. Hello.
The past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Stephen Hawking said that. I wish it were true. But there was nothing I could do about the past. It was definite as hell. Sometimes I didn't get Marie. I really thought a night by Jones's pool would help her relax. She used to love it there. But she insisted someone had been watching us. I just wanted to have a good time, and she was ruining it, so I said some things I shouldn't have. She just stood there staring at the window. I was so annoyed. And that's when I knew she'd been right. Trevor. Right there in the room. He'd just come in through the open window. How did he find us? He didn't know where Marie and I lived. I always made sure of that. But he took an orange from his backpack and started peeling it. It had been Trevor by the pool, and he'd followed us home. He said to Marie, "I told you not to mess with me." But still, I didn't get it. No, it wasn't until he started moving in on her that I realized it was Marie. He was after Marie. He blamed her for everything, and he had a knife. I'd never seen him so angry, so evil. Marie tried to get it away from him. He asked her why she never answered her phone. Did she not read her emails? Or did she think they were hollow threats? God, I just wanted to punch him with anything I could lay my hands on. My backpack. I smashed it against his wrist, knocking the knife out of his hands. Marie went for it, but Trevor was faster. He kicked her in the head. I dove for the knife, but he jumped me. As we struggled, he hissed, "Didn't I get enough action yet? Maybe I needed another baseball bat to get my kicks." I stopped, because right then I knew what he was up to. He asked Marie about Mr. Torres. Was he all right? Did he still get stomach aches? Marie lay on the floor by the bed, in shock, realizing it had been Trevor who almost killed her father. Then Trevor looked at me, added with a smile. And her. That's when it all went to pieces. Trevor ripped us apart, and he was enjoying it. Marie didn't understand. I tried to explain, apologized, but she wasn't listening. She kept asking me if I'd been there with Trevor in their house. Trevor stirred things up even more. He told her it was me who had hit her over the head with a baseball bat, that I'd enjoyed it. I screamed in frustration. No, that's not what happened. Tears streamed down Marie's face. She couldn't believe I would do that. Hurt her deliberately. God, I wanted Trevor to stop talking. I attacked him, scratched his face, hit him wherever I could. I hated him. He was twisting everything. I wanted to tell her that I was sorry. Yes, we robbed the house, and we got caught by Mr. Torres. But I never meant for anyone to get hurt. I didn't smash Marie's head. I panicked. I wanted to stop her from seeing me. When I realized how badly injured she was, I called the police. I tried to stay, but Trevor wouldn't let me. He pulled me by my hair into the van. But Marie wasn't listening. I was losing it, and I like to think I beat Trevor up pretty good. But Trevor punched back harder and faster. He was about to crack my skull. Marie clawed for the box beside her, opened it. She screamed, told us to stop, pointed that 9mm at us. Trevor went nuts, charged for her. She screamed, told him to stay back. She'd never shot a gun in her life. She wasn't going to start now. Trevor grabbed her by the shoulders and... What do you think you remember is not necessarily what really happened, or how others remember it. But Trevor fell back on the carpet, dead. That we all remember.
Mom, where are you? Did you get the journal?
I'll be down in a minute.
Aunt Marie is getting a little worked up here. She threatened to smoke a cigar. In your car.
Don't let her. Don't let her smoke. I love that car.
She knows you do. Get down here, Mom. You're taking like forever.
I'll be down in a minute.
Bring the journal.
I regret the science project. I regret it all. Father could have died. It's me. My inability to fit the friends. Kelsey never was who she said she was. Never really knew her. Turned out it was all bullshit. I'm so stupid. Didn't realize that. Oh, like this. Somebody died. Right in this room. I made him die. Pulled the trigger. Made a bullet piece his head. His blood set the perfect. Through the cracks into the floor where it will remain forever. Bear witness to what I'm capable of. I can't stay here. Am I the same me? I don't know anymore. Fix this. Fix me. Away from her. Focus on the positives in my life and stop questioning myself. I should do it. Did I do it? Did I deserve this? Good person? Lawyer? Shot him in the head for Christ's sake. I could have gone for his head, neck, pulsed them, and truth thoughts. I said to them, stronger than I was, I can do this. And we'll go ignored to Uncle George's dad suggested nice food there. But the thing could finish nicely. Maybe he's found here because I need a clean slate, fresh pages. Sorry. You guy, maybe I'll sin for you someday. All this is all I'm over. I'm dealt with being a murderer. Till next time.